Welcome to Super Simple Sauté.
Today we're going to make a wedding cake. This cake is going to be for my grandparents' wedding anniversary. Who would have thought kids could bake wedding cakes?
The things you need are milk, egg, sour cream, melted butter, vanilla, flour, baking powder, baking soda, salt, and sugar.
So let's start baking. First, sift all your dry ingredients together.
I'm going to sift the flour. Then you add the baking soda,
baking powder, salt, and last but not least, sugar.
Now let's put this aside and we'll mix all the wet ingredients together.
Now we're going to separate the egg yolk from the egg white. We are only going to use the egg whites in this video. As you can see, there's a little bit of the egg yolks in there, but that's okay if it's just a little bit.
Now let's mix all the wet ingredients together.
The milk.
And the butter.
Whoa. And the vanilla. Smells so good. Now put the third of the flour into the bowl. Now let's mix it.
Now let's add some more. Then mix it. Make sure you scrape the sides.
The batter is ready and it's time to put it in our pan. We're going to use two 8-inch pans and two 6-inch pans.
We sprayed them ahead of time with a non-stick spray.
That way your cake won't stick to your pans.
Bake it in the oven for 30 to 35 minutes.
For this cake, we are going to make our own buttercream frosting. You'll need butter, powdered sugar, and vanilla extract. First, whip your butter so then it'll be nice and fluffy. Now we're going to add our powdered sugar into the bowl. Now we're going to mix it, but we're putting a cloth so then it doesn't puff up like a cloud. Now let's add the vanilla to add more flavor. Now let's taste it. Our frosting is ready.
The cake is nice and cool and it's time to frost it. First, we'll put one layer of cake on a piece of cardboard. We will use a small one for the 6-inch cake. So let's add some frosting. This will act like a glue so that the cake will not slide.
You may need to trim the cardboard so then it'll be exactly the same size as the cake.
Now it's time to frost the cake. For your cake, you can use frosting jam or pudding. In this case, we will use pudding. Now I'll put this layer on top. Then you do the same with the smaller cake.
Now it's time to frost the cake with the frosting I made.
Now we'll smooth it with a spatula. So the lower cake is nice and frosted now. And so let's put it in the refrigerator for about 30 minutes.
Now it's time to frost the little cake. I put a dollop on and now it's time to spread it. Now it's nice and frosted and we're gonna put it in the refrigerator for 30 minutes.
Now that the cake is all nice and cool, we will add a second layer of frosting.
Now the cake is nice and frosted and we put some straws so then it'll hold the top layer of the cake.
You can buy these at the store and then measure them and cut them to the height of the cake. Use another straw to push it all the way down.
Now we're gonna frost the little cake.
Now let's put this back in the refrigerator for another 30 minutes.
Now it's time to put the little cake on top of the big cake. Now we're going to decorate the cake with flowers. We put saran wrap on the bottom of the flowers so that it won't contaminate the cake.
It's time to decorate the cake with flowers. I'm going to put 3 flowers on top of the cake. The cake is done!
Thank you for watching Super Simple Saupe. If you like this video,
Please like
and comment
and subscribe.
Bye!